Hi, in this video we're going to be talking about the update to the Files File Manager app. So now it's on version 4. So we did a video on this a long time ago on an older version, but they've made some changes and improvements, and I think it's quite a bit better and actually looks a bit better too. All right, so first let's talk about some of the updates here, or some new features, and then we'll check it out. All right, so now we have the Omnibar, which combines the address bar and the search box into one tool. Dual pane mode, which is nice. So you could have two folders side by side, so you could have it vertical or horizontal, kind of like an FTP app style. Then we have the command palette, and you could use this to access advanced commands quickly with keyboard shortcuts. It'll do file signatures and hash checks. That's cloud drive integration for services like Magenta Cloud Sync and OX Drive. Has some developer tools if you're into that. Better support for archives and long paths, and an updated icon and interface to match with the newer versions of Windows. All right, so to download it, you simply go to the Microsoft Store. So just do a search for the Files app, look for this icon, look for this developer, click on Get or Install depending on your button, and then it will be installed on your computer and you could open it up and start using it. So of course you could still use the Windows File Explorer app as well, so it's not a replacement, it's just something you could use in addition to it. Or you can use it as a replacement, but File Explorer will still be there, obviously. All right, so you can see here, it kind of looks like File Explorer. We have our tabs up here, our pinned items, kind of like quick access. Then you can right-click on it, open a new tab, open new windows, unpin it, reorder, check the properties, and so on. You can have the recycle bin in the quick access area as well. All right, then we have our local drives here, CD-ROM if you have one. Even has a space for OneDrive, network locations. And then you have your tags here, so you could assign tags to certain things. So if you right-click on a file, let's say we want to make this a work file here. So now it has this tag here, and then you can sort by tags once you have things tagged. And I believe you could also search by tags as well. All right, so up at the top here, we have our new options here, folder file shortcut, just like with File Explorer. Even has some of the Office apps and text document. Then we have our cut, copy, paste, and so on. Rename, share, delete, and properties. So if you want to look at the properties of a file, you could do that. Security settings, check the hashes. So this is a nice feature right here, one of the new features. And then some details. All right, then over here we have some filtering options if you want to filter for something. Selection options, select all and so on. Sort options, even some grouping options, kind of like Windows has. Change your views and even your icon size. Options to show hidden files and folders. You could turn off or on file extensions. And if you want to use the adaptive layout, you could do that as well. And then you could pick one of the options here if you want to list, cards, grid, or columns. So you can see it'll kind of expand the folders as you go through if you have something that has more than one folder in it, like this. So that's a nice feature. Then you have the info pane, like so. You could even do a preview. Right, so here's our status center. So if you're doing something like a copy or rename or some long process, you can see your file operation status from here. Then of course we have our typical address bar where you could just kind of click on the section there to go back and forward. Here's the command palette that we were just talking about. Create new items, clear, close tabs, create zip files, copy the path, create new folder. There's a lot of options here. So a lot of options. And of course, if you click on the magnifying glass, you could do a search right in the same box. All right, then up here we have the new window. So if you want to open a new window, compact overlay. So this will just keep it on top of other apps. You can see when we click here or go back to Word, it stays on top. So kind of a way to have all your files handy all the time. You can exit the compact overlay. So let's check out the split pane. So let's split it vertically. So you'll find that it splits the same window. So if you want to go somewhere else, you'll have to come up here. Let's say we want to go back to our user folder and then pictures. And now we have our split pane view. You could drag and drop, copy and paste, that type of thing. All right, let's check out the other view here. So if you want to do it horizontally, it looks like that. And then if you want to close it, you can just close the pane, click on whichever one you want. So if you want to close the bottom one, click on it first, or the top one, click on it first, and then close pane. And then you're back to normal. And then you can see you could drag and drop and pin to the sidebar if you want. You have your home section here. So you can see here it read that recently used files is disabled in File Explorer, so it disables it here as well. Then you have this show more options to restore previous versions. You have this cleanup option here, which will take you to the Windows settings to do some disk cleanup. And speaking of settings, let's check out the settings real quick. All right, general settings, the language, date format. This is nice too to continue where you left off if you want, kind of like you do with your web browser. We have some widget options here if you want to turn off quick access, for example, or your drives or network locations and so on. You could turn on dual pane mode to be on automatically. Context menu options here. So if you want to enable or disable some of the context menu options, that's nice. All right, appearance options. We have themes. You can go dark mode, of course, just like everybody else. Backdrops, background colors, set a background image. Toolbar options here. If you want to turn off the toolbar. All right, layout options. You want to sync your layout across directories. Change your layout type here. Sorting options, details view. If you want to show hidden files and folders, dot files, protected files, extensions, thumbnails, checkboxes. What happens when you open an item here? You can do single click. Confirmation dialog when deleting, turn that off or on. Warnings for file extension, you turn that off. That's a nice feature too. This is nice too. Double click on a blank space to go up one directory. We did do a video on a Windhawk mod that allows you to do the same thing in File Explorer. Size format, binary and decimal. You could even have it calculate folder sizes. Let's turn that on real quick. We'll have to come back here. So you can see it puts the sizes next to the folders as well, which is a nice feature. Okay, let's go back to settings. All right, let's check out the actions. So we got some commands here for some shortcuts. You could edit these too and add your own. Tag options here, so you could edit your tags. If you want to change the color for certain ones, you can make new tags if you need to use your own. All right, here's the developer tools. So you could connect to GitHub if you're a GitHub user. Then we have some advanced settings here. You could export your settings if you want to import it into another computer. So if you get everything configured the way you like and you want to just import it to another computer, you could do that. You could have it open on Windows Startup, have it running in the background when you close it, have it be in the system tray. right there. And here's some experimental features if you want to check those out. All right, so as you can see, it is a really nice app. It has a lot of features that File Explorer does not have, but it still has that File Explorer look. It actually looks more Windows-like than File Explorer looks. So it's definitely worth checking out, especially since it's free. All right, so once again, just go to the Microsoft Store, do a search for Files app, make sure you see this folder, this developer, install it, and then see how you like it. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.